Gozaimasu. Yes, everyone, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. Today, coming to you from my hometown in Japan of Shibuya. You see Shibuya here, and many of you know who would watch this channel. All 175 subscribers, I might add, have likely been here. And it really is, I would say, the most popular neighborhood in Tokyo. And it is probably the most expensive neighborhood in Tokyo. There's still deals to be found here in the marketplace. But one of the great things about it has so much demand right now. The land has so much demand on it right now, just in terms of its use, in terms of like how it squeezes the most economic opportunity out of that use. That and it's so popular with the Japanese people that it has like a great demand. You can see it here. It's almost like a mall. Here you see the Hikarie building, a beautiful girl in the front here, and you see right there. There's JR Shibuya Station right there. It just has even in here like it's a victim of his own success. Here you can see that the Halloween they tried to cancel Halloween this year in Shibuya because it's just so popular. Again, there's this is at Shibuya Station. They went out of the way to make this poster to say don't uh, have Halloween in Shibuya, no drinking. So I'm not sure how, and these were placed all over Shibuya. So it's almost a victim of his own success. And you can see here a great picture of the Shibuya crossing right here. Uh, a lot of the stuff that comes up on here on Instagram is the sort of popularity of Shibuya in its sort of almost like a gaijin ghetto. It's such a huge place for like tourism to come when you come to Tokyo to come here to Shibuya, and so I mean, basically, the street here is basically a party area full of bars and stuff like that. You do see, I think that DMM one there is a cryptocurrency site, I might add. But uh, there is other. Shibuya is a much more complex place. It's a very popular residential neighborhoods for people who like the urban experience to live in Tokyo. And the urban neighborhoods in Tokyo have like here in Shibuya, have the probably the oh, it's nice, some jack o' lanterns there, the most urban demand, and that means when you buy a unit, it might be more expensive, but when you're buying in places here like Shibuya, what you are buying is options. Oh, some great Instagram photos of Shibuya here as well. Anyway, we'll cut here to the marketplace on take two because I forgot to share my tab previously, but I'm not going to forget right now. And this is a look here at the Shibuya Marketplace. We'll be looking at two apartments right here that are actually not in Shibuya. They're here in Meguro along the river. And both the any of the like sort of like smaller blue dots here, what I mean is price smaller, the smaller price sort of units here in the area, everything is owner changed, so anything that's available for the end user right now is going for more. So you can see that this one that we're going to look at right here right along the Meguro River is a 21 meter apartment right along, it's right along the river. You'll see that river right there. Okay, going for basically 2,000 mon, or you'd say isen 980 mon, you'd say in Japanese. And this is owner chain, so it's a rented unit. Okay, if this was unoccupied unit, I think it would be going for probably 250. Uh, and these just aren't moving. Oh, this is a unit I'd like to pick up. I'll try to pick up a unit in this building on the first floor because it's right against the river, which I really liked. Uh, I've seen this for sale for 2 months, and some of this stuff isn't moving. Are Japanese investors, are they finding, for example, better to go to the U.S. 5 year or 3 or 4 year paper in terms of bonds and stuff like that? Because they're paying 4 or 5% right now, whereas an apartment like this, if you buy it up, this is likely yielding at 4 or 5%. Anyhow, this is a look at the Shibuya market, and the fact that all this blue stuff that's this is the worst one I saw in the area, and this was a 13-meter unit for 160 or 1,600 mon, or isen ropyaku you'd say in Japanese. You can practice it with me if you'd like, for all you Japanese heads who want to learn some Japanese. Isen, which is 1,000. Isen, and then you say ropyaku. In Japanese, you do the numbers here on your palm. That's five, and that would be six. Okay, I'm holding my mic. Otherwise, I'd use another finger. So, isen ropyakuman, or 1,600 mon, roughly 100 and let's say 120,000, or maybe even less, could be 120,000 US dollars right now. This is the owner change unit, very very small right there. It's fetching top dollar. Any of these other red dots here, you're getting into what are be like considered Japanese. This would be yeah, this is sanoku, or you'd say nioku, kyusen. 800만. This is basically $3 million in the Japanese sense of the word. 3 LDK, 107 meters. Looks to be a building basically built in the last 20 years. I do have a red dot unit in this neighborhood myself that I do own. I do have some units over here. I have some units over here. So I know this area very, very well. Um, the other one we're going to look at, we did this one on the other channel, and it's still for sale. This is a 33 meter unit, which is owner change, okay? And it's, oh, you see, this is wrong. I think that this price on the first one here is wrong. 33 meters, okay, going for 16. I think that's wrong. It's 33 meters going for 26 or not 26 or 2,600 right there. So obviously this listing right here is wrong. Anyhow, let's cut to this listing and have a look at it right there. And I will not forget to share my tab, and we'll go here to the top. And sure enough, I was right. This is a listing right along the river here in this older building. If you remember from the other channel, we did a video on it there. And this is it basically 33 meters going for 2,600 mon. It is an owner change unit. And as I said in the preamble, right there, the Rimawari, okay, is 5%, which is the yield. You see that Rimawari. And then you say it says Yokan Yote Shunu, okay, which is the income for the year, which is 132. So I'm gonna guesstimate that that is about 1,000 or 1,050 a month for this unit right here. You can't take it over, but it sits in a really good location. I've always loved this building because of its location. I knew that I could always rent this unit because of its location right near the river, and I also thought it had a lot of future redevelopment potential, which in Japanese is known as Saikai Hatsu. Okay. However, I'm 55 years old right now, and you know that redevelopment takes about 15 years for it to happen. Like it happened in my Akasaka apartment. I'm going to get my apartment there in a couple of years from now because they're finally building it. Okay, and I bought it when I'm in what late 30s or when I was 40, late 30s, I guess, and now I'm 55 years old. So the timing has worked out. However, if I buy this unit, right, well, maybe I don't think the redevelopment's going to come around for maybe 15 or 20 years. I'm going to be damn 70 years old, and it's not going to really mean all that much to me at that point in time. So there's that like timing for redevelopment in your life too is so important. But it's a very good building and it's really well located. So if you're a younger person working in Tokyo, this is the kind of stuff you want to go after. You want to go after kind of this kind of stuff, and you want to use the financing if you can, because you're going to be your and if you can get into things like the 35 flat, your financing is going to be flat. And in my opinion, this inflation that's going on, it's nowhere near finished. Anyway, we'll go here to the information about the listing right here. I'll pop down here at the bottom. 5 minutes from Ikejiri Ohashi Station, 15 minutes from Nakameguro Station, 15 minutes from Shinsen Station. This location is unbeatable. Japanese konobacho wa muteki desu. And you're just going to have options with it. This unit isn't moving right now because it's an owner change unit. But if this was an end user's unit right now, I think it'd already be sold because people want to move into this neighborhood. And don't forget, uh, the cheapest financing rates in Japan are for residential. When you're paying 4% right now for the investment loan. But when you're getting residential financing, you're paying, if you're Japanese and you're Seishain, you're paying 0.39, one third of 1%. So you're basically living there for free. So I think that's kind of what's happening here with this unit. We know it's rented for 1,000, or Japanese, you'd say Jumon a month. Uh, You'll never be able to do any Airbnb with any unit like this. Very well located, okay, in terms of its placement in the building, seventh floor of an eighth floor building. I know that I've been in this building a few times. The elevator is fairly old in this building, and it goes to these sort of in between places in the floors. Is really sort of interesting. This is represents that sort of built in 1969, I think. So it really represents that sort of first wave of condominium development that happened in Tokyo. You see here is owner change. I keep mentioning this so that people know that you cannot live in this unit if you buy it. Once the lease is over, okay, once the lease is over and the people move out, that's when you can live in it. But it's not bad either because you're buying a future option for someone. And this is where you want to go. This is the kind of stuff that you want to get because you have options on it. Say you're rented for 5 years and people moved out, and then you could move into the unit and it would be yours. Okay. So this is the kind of stuff that you have options at. And when if it's open, or you can always sell something like this. When you buy that shit out in the middle of nowhere, I understand if you want to get a place out there, but you don't have any cash flow. You don't have any other options. So then when you're getting into the best neighborhoods of Tokyo, you're buying yourself options. Okay. So that's why I like it. And that's why I'm the Tokyo real estate man. Of course, I can do transactions in anything, in any place you want it in Japan. We can transact. But my thesis is that you want to be in the most popular neighborhoods of Japan, where the Japanese people want to live because they're the most popular neighborhoods, because that's where you have the liquidity, that's where you have the options, that's where you have the best rental markets, because that's where people want to rent. Anyway, we'll move here to another sample of it. This is the just the location of it right here, and we know that Ikejiri Ohashi Station is right here. One other thing I could point out too, like you could say, oh look, it's a far distance away from Shibuya. That's a good thing, right? You don't want to be too close to Shibuya because it's such a madhouse. Okay, uh, like anyway, any of the stuff in this sort of first stuff that's really close to Shibuya Station like this, there's no residential stuff there anyhow. This is all commercially zoned. There's only a very few buildings in here that you could sort of live in. Right here on the very edge where you can live and get close to Shibuya. Most of the stuff is about 600 or 700 meters away from the station. So this is a really nice distance. And there's a lot of great buses that go here. One of the secrets that you don't know is that the great bus routes here and go along here. And the quicker, if you want to go to Shibuya, work in Shibuya, work somewhere, you can just hop on the bus. And it's an endless stream of buses that are going into Shibuya here along 246, which is known as Nihonde 246。246沿いなんかいっぱいのバスいつも行ってるからすごい便利だよな. And there's also a station right here, Ikejiri Hachi. There's a station over here, Nakameguro. This location in Japan is unbelievable. Japanese. That's your word of the day. Muteki. This location is basically unbeatable. Okay, go here to the other sample in the market, and I'll have to go back to the map, and I will not forget to share my tab. And that was one here along the river right there as well. And let's click it open. We can see the sort of the prices basically mirrors of the other one. This is a little bit smaller unit in that it's 21 meters, but it's fetching top dollar right there. And again, this is a this building, I've looked at it for years. I've also been very interested in it, uh, just because of its location right along the river. And that's basically the. Oh, I almost forgot to share my tab. Here we are. Welcome. I brought you over. I brought you over. Oh, I almost forgot to share my tab. But I got you just in time. This is the layout of the, or madore, as you'd say in Japanese, and this is the building. It's a very well maintained building. This, of course, is the river right there. And I mean, some of these pictures are going to just repeat of the location along the river, because they can't really do photos of the unit inside because someone is renting the unit. And I'm going to guess that the rental price is similar to the other building, near $1,000 a month. You can see it's a data building, so it would have definitely some future sort of redevelopment potential. But don't forget, redevelopment is going to take 10 years. Takes 10 years for the lease on the very maybe you could say they could do a speed renovation over 5 years or something like that. Is there any unit pictures here? There's going to be no unit pictures here at all. It's a really well maintained building though for an older building. I've just looked at it for years. I almost bought a unit here on the first floor against the river right there. I wish I would have picked it, but someone scooped it up before me, and that was 2 times. You can see it's a really famous sort of sakura or hanami spot here in Japan. This is a floor of like useless pictures, I guess, but its location here in Nakameguro is really, really popular, and the realtors are just telling the story of it right there. And yeah, it's great. I love this location. And this is, of course, my basket, my wife's favorite. Easy to go to grocery store for just easy stuff that you can pick up for like a dollar or two. Again, that's called My Basket. Anyway, we'll end up here on the Nakameguro beautiful night picture there, and we can even make it bigger right there. And then maybe that was a waste of time. Oh, it's going to go to the beginning one anyway. Go down here to the information about the listing right here, which is the Joho, and we see Nakameguro Station 7 minutes, Daikanyama Station 12 minutes, Ikejiri Hashu Station now 15 minutes. The unit itself Do we have the actual measurement? I think it was 21 meters, I guess it's called. And the building's name is Meguro Daiichi Kopu. Kopu is corporation or corporas, which was really used in these sort of, again, this building is first wave Japanese condominium building. We see that the shunu here for it there is 100 mon a month. So basically, you're going to get about 8,500 uh, yen. No, no, $8,500 a month. That would be great. Or you'd say 85 Hachiman. I don't know. I can't work it out sometimes when I'm going from English to Japanese. The numbers, and I still have a number block with it. And this is the Rimawari of 5%. So basically, the yield right now is 5% right now. Is there any other pertinent information right now? We can assume that everything is working here in the building. All the systems here are hooked up as according to the listing. 21 meters, uh, built in 1963. So this would have been that really first easy wave of redevelopment where they just basically assembled a bunch of houses and put up a building along the river here like this. Uh, there is no parking here in the building, but there is a bike spot available, which is called a shooting or Churinjo. I'm sorry, right there. Rin is basically which is a bicycle place, but there's 1,000 yen a month. Shoryuken, which is ownership. Both these apartments today we've covered our ownership of ours. Third floor of a sixth floor building right there. It is a self-managed building, I might add, and that's probably why that the management fees are. Oh, this isn't fairly cheap, but the Conrihe, which is the management portion of it, is 5,000, and the portion of the repair fund fee is 10,000. But this is really uh pretty standard stuff right there. Anyhow, this is a good listing because of its great location in relation to the river, and it's sort of like relation to Shibuya and everything like that. Anyhow, it's another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man as we just look at some stuff here in the Shibuya area. Shibuya offers anything. You're going to get here. There's some newer stuff here when you go here to closer to Shibuya Station right here. I mean, some of this might even be for several $1 million. This is yeah, 2.2 million. Let's we push another one of these red ones here. What else are we gonna get there? Oh, this is some fairly cheaper stuff right here, 33 meters and stuff like that. Anyhow, this is some good deals. This is look at the Shibuya market, really the market or the area that I know the best in Shibuya. Should you ever want to contact me or ever interested in real estate in Japan, you can always come here to that's my daughter's pictures right there. My Instagram there, Tokyo Real Estate Man. You'll see the recent Suzuki that I brought here into Vancouver. You're welcome to DM me or contact me there. Failing that, I do have a site, and I did have someone contact me yesterday. I'm very happy that you did. Thank you very much, customer. Looking forward to our conversation next week. You can always mail me here at BJ McCullough, my Yahoo, or you can try to use this contact bus, which I'm not convinced is always working anyways. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man, ending you with a picture of me and Nakamura in Yokohama. いつもこのチャンネルを応援するとか、このビデオ、時間、見てる時間にいつもよろしくね。ありがとう。この動画で、これで終わりです。すいません。よろしくお願いします。終わり。